need that real hip hop in your life, you need the International Ream Supreme Show.
I think. Hold up, this. All right.
You know, I really mean that. My goal was to be the flyest 50-year-old that I knew.
Mm-hmm.
And that includes myself.
Okay.
Right? I was going to look at all my 50-year-old friends, look around. Everybody else is 50 and be like, ha ha.
I'm fly for 50.
Real fly for 50.
Okay.
And it's getting scary, bro, because I'm seeing the people in our communities, whether it's the hip hop community, whether it's the friendships that you have in the places that you go.
Yeah.
50 to 60 is looking like a hard stretch right now for a black man, bro. It really does, because I'm looking at my personal circle, you know what I mean, my circle. I'm looking at, you know, of course, the people who've come before me. And, you know, we just having a rough year in hip hop right now. You know? And it's not just hip hop. You know, I'm merging the two worlds, these two communities.
Right.
But it's from that to that, though. You know what I mean? In the last 2 weeks, I've learned of 4 or 5 passings. Right?
Yes. Yeah.
And, you know, I'm not the. If you see me make a post about somebody who passed away on Facebook, it's someone that's extremely close and personal to me. You know what I mean? I don't like to really share other posts that'll bring too much energy to me about resting in peace, if that makes sense. Right?
Yeah.
So I'll say something in that community, but you won't really see me share it on my post, you know, on my account, where people are saying like, oh, Reem, you know, RIP to your man, to, you know, all of that. Like, you know, I'm really protective of that kind of energy coming back to me. And, you know, I feel that I'm too young to know too many people who's passed away at this point. You know what I mean? And, you know, it's just like, yo, we got to do better. We got to do better, bro, because when I was 21, 22, 23, right? Looking at someone at 50 was like, dog, you can throw the towel in. You know what I mean? Wrap it up.
I'm with you. You.
You know, Big School, we couldn't be here with us tonight, but, you know, Big School, he about to be 50. Yeah, he's turning 50 next year. Like, he crosses the line. You know what I mean? You got a couple of years, I got a few years. You know what I mean? We're about to cross this line. And I see so many people, male and female, in their 50s, and they look great. And that's inspiring to me. You know what I mean? Like, they in the gym, they looking great. And, you know, you like, yo, you ain't got to be dusty and thrown off at 50, you know?
Right.
And for me, like, you know, I'm getting in position, bro. Like, you know, my kids are growing older, and, you know, I'm starting to get a little bit more freedom, and, you know, it's like, yo, bro, but man, we've had a rough moment in hip hop. You know, we've had the passing of Ka.
Yes, I was shocked. That,
you know,
one I was shocked with, like, seriously.
Yeah. And I'm happy to see the support from the hip hop community. He's being held in the most regard, and I appreciate that, because you know how you think you know about an MC. Like, yo, me and my crew, we know about this. You know what I mean? He's one of those. It's like, if you know who he is, it's like, yo, you one of us. You know what I mean? Like, you really in the culture. You really doing this. And I remember when I first, heard him, he was on the track with Rock Marciano. They did a song together.
Okay.
About living in the sins of their father's past. The song is dope. Track is dope. Rock is crazy on them beats.
Great.
And to hear and learn of his passing was hard on me. 52. Fat Man Scoop. You just know, like, when he's on a record, it's a party.
Yeah.
I never got a chance to experience a club night with him or anything like that. I wish I would have, but that kind of energy on a record or at a club, man, like, he was just, I enjoy the energy of a great party with a great MC and great energy. DJ Mr. C, man, like, we lost Mr. C this year too. And with DJ Mr. C, yo, like, I've been knowing about this dude since I was like 9 years old. You know what I mean? I knew about Mr. C because of Big Daddy Kane, vice versa, right?
Okay.
And then you keep your ear to what's going on, and you find out through documentaries and interviews that Mr. C and Biggie Smalls, right? Like, Mr. C was one. If there was two people really responsible for Biggie Smalls' discovery and success, it's DJ Clark Kent and Mr. C.
Okay.
And to lose a DJ like him and to lose a DJ like Clark Kent.
Yeah, that was another one. Listen, I don't even know why. And I'm sorry to cut you off. I just thought he would just be around forever. Yeah, I was really another one. I was like, what? And then another one that just popped up on my timeline on Instagram. I was like,
so, but peep the pattern though. Young 50s, him and Fat Man.
Yeah, both
Fat
of them.
Man was like 54, I think.
54. Was he?
53, 54?
Yeah, 50, I'm gonna say 53, but he might have been. What's going
And then,
on?
you get these other situations, man, that these younger rappers are in. I feel some kind of way about Young Thug and his case and everything that's going on today, much differently than I felt before when it first went down.
Okay.
It's like now the case and situation is on like it's on like a table with wobbly legs. It's bound to fall apart. It's not one of the trials that I've paid a lot of attention to, but I've paid enough to it to know that situation is drying up, bro. The case is falling apart. Young boy, NBA young boy. I don't follow his music, but would make headlines, right? And he out in Utah catching cases. That boy by himself catching cases.
You talking? I'm out here. What's up? Case. Like, wow.
Wildin'. Just wildin', bro. Just wildin'.
That is not cool.
And this stuff is part of the culture, yo. Like, because again, it's hip hop is a community, bro. You know what I mean? Hip hop is not some green monster living off in the hills that you spot every once in a while. But like,
Like,
oh my God, there go hip hop.
that's quite yeah.
Hip hop is you. Hip hop is me. Hip hop is us. You know what I'm saying? It's the way that we talk. It's the way that we walk. It's the foods that we eat. It's the music that we listen to. It's the music that we dance to. It's the way that we pray. It's the way that we meditate. It's the way that we relate to one another. Why do you think that I could go from the East Coast to down south to the West Coast, if sit in anybody's mother's living room and feel like I'm supposed to be there? You know what I mean? It's because we all share this same culture. The only thing that's really different sometimes is our slang and dialect. But other than that, bro, like Soul Brother #1, you know what I mean? Shout out to P Rock and Common.
Man. Still listening to that, brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, man. Listen. It's hip hop, man. It's hip hop, man.
We gotta focus on this this list of hip hop albums. I take it like this is a stupid question asking you if Common and Pete Rock make that list of your top albums of the year.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's good.
So that's the shift, right? The other hand is like, yo, we're having such a good year in hip hop right now. That is crazy.
Wow. So I'm doing Rome Streets.
Yeah, me too.
Like I can't lie.
Yo, I don't see how Rome Streets isn't everyone's one of favorite rappers right now. I don't get it. To me, and I don't care what y'all say, bro. Y'all can say what y'all want to say. Rome Streets to me is Nasty Nas in the early 90s. I'm not saying he's Nas. I'm not saying that he's Nas Escobar.
No.
I'm not saying that he's any other personality that Nas ever had. What I'm saying is that moment in time in the beginning where we had Nasty Nas, that's what this kid is.
Okay. I'm just really listening because he's barring up. He's spitting. Him. Who else? I listened to the Sheik Luke. Did you listen to that Gorilla Weed?
I haven't made it to it yet.
Okay, I understand why. It's a lot of good shit out before that. Crime Apple or RLX? That's like.
Oh, I've been trying to tell y'all. I'm so happy they got this album together. I really do.
Yeah, man.
Again, y'all gonna go, y'all gonna say what y'all want to say. But this joint right here, to me, is what Hove and Jay Electronica should have done. And I'm not saying Crime Apple's a Hove.
No, I did.
But what I am saying is Crime Apple is super dope. He has a hell of a discography, right? And to pair him, first of all, I've been trying to tell people about RLX for a hot minute. It feels like 2 years, right? Because I've been doing Massive Sounds now for a few months, and I made sure to rock his. I made sure to play his dope songs.
Yeah, no, don't do that.
You know what I'm saying? So I've been putting them out there. I definitely respect his energy, his wordplay, and just how he spit. You know what I mean? So I think that their collab album, I think it's really good because I feel like Crime Apple is almost throwing him an alley-oop. You know what I mean? He's kind of putting him on a bigger stage almost to me. Okay. Because now, mind you, this is Crime Apple's like third project, maybe fourth project of this year.
You're right about that. Because to Seabed, did you listen to the one with the Pink Panther on the cover?
From Crime Apple.
Yeah,
The pink
it's a,
on the cover.
he got the pink pants on the cover. He got a red and white hat on. It's a blue background, kind of. The album is white, but it's like a blue background on there. Finally. But yeah, it's called To Sibe, if I pronounce it right.
I'm sure you're not.
No, I'm positive. I'm probably close to it, but I'm not.
Wait, and you talking about it came out this year?
Yeah, it was a slap.
I
I
got
promise.
Elion. I
Listen,
got Adam Cook and Bazooka.
put in TUICBI.
No,
Pineapple.
I ain't even doing that. We ain't got that much time in the world. So yo,
Okay. What?
we getting a Kanye album
When?
soon.
Okay. Okay.
Album art already out.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna listen to it.
Okay. I was hoping one of them, because you know
What? I mean, so okay. So listen. All shit aside, so you're telling me his best album was My Dark Twisted Fantasy?
I didn't say that.
No, I'm sorry. What was One Life of Pablo? Was one of them? Is that his best album?
You know, so
before
best album. You asked me a few. I feel like you asking me a few questions.
Okay.
First off, I think Kanye has best albums.
Okay.
His whole catalog, I think he has a few of those.
Yeah.
My particular favorite out of all of them, thankfully, it's a hard choice. You know, it is a hard choice. I will always love College Dropout. Always. I would always feel, you know, the energy of graduation. You know, I almost want to say Graduation is my favorite one. You know, there was a lot of upliftment for me with that, man, and then where I was. I do respect Life of Pablo a lot. You know, it's funny because now when I look back on Life of Pablo and I think of the joint that I guess you would have to say the joint he introduced, or maybe the joint that he brought further out from Designer, you know. And then Designer came out and that was just a train wreck. So we know what that is. But anyway, I can't really answer that right now without going back and listening to the albums. But I know that I cut ties after that. Right. So one of the challenges that me and my man Keenan got is that, and I don't think he did it, just like I ain't done it yet either, but the idea was for him to listen to Life of Pablo and for me to listen to Yeezus.
Right.
Because I bombed that on Yeezus. And whatever else he's done after Ye.
Okay. You ain't mess with it.
No, because I was exhausted, both as a fan and both as a person, with all of his theatrics, how he handled the divorce, how everything, just man to man, bro. Like he had already crossed so many lines with me and in the way that he handled certain things, where it's. And that's where I stand today. Like today, I'm like, nah, man, we can't be friends. And I have a really hard time separating the man from the art, especially during the times that he's done promo for the album, and he's done these outlandish things and said that slavery was a choice and all these other things. Like I can't support somebody who represents these things, right? It's almost like politics for me. I can't support somebody who wants to be a dictator, that wants to do a mass deportation, that wants to do a ban of a particular religion and culture. The list just goes on and on and on. You know what I mean? It's like you got to be on that level. You got to be on that wave to want to do that or want to be a part of that, want to be associated with that, right? So I'd rather stand on my own than to stand next to a sucker any day.
Yeah, this is the sign. This is the sign that your website suck. How you call yourself an entrepreneur and got a sucky ass website? Let's do better. Let's be better. Okay, let's do better. But it's okay, because with this sign comes a resolution. True Digital Marketing, we make fugly websites something beautiful. That's what we do. We specialize in that. We also specialize in SEO. I would tell you the acronym. It's no point because you're not going to remember it. But basically, if you Google something and you wonder like how they get their businesses at the top of the list, that's how. And we do it. Social media management, we handle it. And let's say you don't even have time to be working on your website on a monthly or daily or whatever basis. We got that too. We maintain all of that, rather daily, weekly, or monthly. Interested?
I dig it. Okay.
Speaking of that, people are saying that the streets just ain't the same without Diddy.
Listen, because those people can't go to the Diddy parties. The Diddy parties is over.
You know, Bow Wow has this, you know, he just give him a minute. I swear, he probably doesn't much more than we know because he's not always in front of a camera. But that knows how to set fire to himself like no other body's business.
Man, listen.
He's the one who said it. Like he said it.
Yeah, I saw it.
The streets ain't the same out here. Ain't no motion. Ain't nothing to do. Let me tell you something, man. We could do a whole episode on Diddy, and we probably should. I know this is the first time I'm going on record speaking about this, but yo, that dude was somebody I idolized up to a point. You know how what I've been learning is to be careful of who you make your hero, because my heroes has been failing me left and right, whether they in jail, whether they in Bali, or whether they out of business. Okay, because Dame Dash out here trying to sell a Rockefeller chain for $10 million.
Like that's ridiculous. You buy a piece of whatever happened to that.
People got their opinions, huh?
Go ahead.
People
whatever happened to that. Go ahead. I know. My bad. Go ahead, Sam. Go ahead. Cause
I'm not doing this with you right now, bro.
I know, fam. Go ahead.
Go ahead, man.
All right. So whatever happened to the auction?
Okay. The auction has been put to on a pause for a moment.
Okay.
But yeah, it's been put to a pause for a moment. The truth of this, I don't know what's true, right? So allegedly, Jay-Z had made some accusations about the situation, saying that anybody who bought the shares will only have them for a short amount of time because legally all the rights of the album go to him anyway. So in layman terms, basically what he was saying was, yo, go ahead and buy it because it's going to be mine, all mine, in a short amount of time. So enjoy it, right? And that ended up putting a gray area over the deal where if more people might have been more interested if the situation was more advantageous, let's just say. Okay. Now, come to find out, Dame's lawyers is like, yo, that's wrong. That's not true. And the courts actually agreed that what Jay allegedly said or did hurt the auction.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And this news came out after Dame offered the chain along with the shares.
I remember that. Okay.
So,
it's just on pause right now.
Yeah, it's just on pause right now. But back to Puffy.
So did you?
What's up?
Did you see the ad where he was on the phone?
No, I saw it. Yes, I didn't click on it. That was you clicked on it because you are clickbait. You fall for it every time.
I saw it. Nah.
Is it funny?
Yeah. It's not that he on the phone with it's like Joe Rogan, and then they said he found out who he's on the phone with. He talking to his son, talking about hide the pizza boxes. He talking about the car and shit. It's not funny. It's just supposed to be him on the phone talking to his son. That's it.
Okay, I'm going to admit there's a meme or whatever you want to call these things going around that's drop dead funny, hilarious, and I know you've seen it. It's the one where it's a scene out of the Temptations movie.
Oh, where he's coming?
Where they got the dude looking like Puff outside, screaming at them in the house.
Yeah,
so he's saying, "You too, Will."
Yeah, that's a funny one too. I've seen a few.
Yo, man, Puff Daddy, P Diddy, Puffy is sitting in a federal jail. Yo, bro, it's mind blowing. It's mind blowing that this is going on.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
What, since '93 he came out?
Well, no. See, what you're blending the two. Okay. What you're blending is the civil cases along with the federal cases. The federal cases have been investigating him for a while. Okay. The civil cases are going back as far as the mid 90s, early 90s.
Okay.
Yo, man. It's wild because a lot of people don't understand sex trafficking. Excuse me. A lot of people don't understand sex trafficking. What sounds like pimping to us is sex trafficking. And sex trafficking is not on a state level. It's on a federal level. We got daughters, bro.
Yeah.
I have plural, you have one. Together we have daughters.
Yes. That's added, yes.
I think a lot about our children. Down to the way that I vote. Okay. I think about my children, right? 5 of my children are 20 and beyond. I'm getting out the way. Okay? My oldest just celebrated her birthday, turning 26. My youngest just turned 14 the day after.
Happy birthday. Look, he had a 5 o'clock shadow since he was 3 years old. Stop playing. I say, look at him, man.
I would tell him his uncle said that about him, too. I ain't going to hold that.
He say happy birthday. Yeah, man. I said, look at his mustache. Man.
This man also has children and has just as many daughters as I do. And what a lot of us don't understand is the law part of this. Because when you read it and look at it, you're like, yo, man, he in trouble on a federal level for pimping? Yeah. For being a player, for being a motherfucker who got money? You mean to tell me if I meet a shorty out in London and I come back to America and I kick it with her on the phone once or twice and I'm like, yo, I'm gonna bang that out You and your friend, both of y'all get on my jet. I bring y'all over here. And I'm a super freak, so I got some freaks that's out in Spain. I bring them out here. We all have a good time, you know what I mean? I take you shopping or whatever. I put you back on the plane. I just broke all kind of federal laws. You know what I mean? What you do in the dark comes to light, y'all.
Yeah, real shit.
And I think the more you have, the more responsible you gotta be. I agree with Busta Rhymes by saying people need to mind their business. I also agree that what's wrong is wrong.
Right.
Prior CEO of Abercrombie and Fitch has been arrested for the same shit. His is more about young boys than orgies. His is like, if Puff is about orgies, then his is about male orgies and using his business to lure these boys in and all kind of wildness, right?
Right.
I say you gotta treat one the way you treated the other.
It's only fair.
If that man is walking outside, Puff should be walking outside. And that white man is walking outside.
Yeah, he is.
Same shit. Flights, all of that. Rooms, hotels, all of that. Security. Yo, they got this dude in the bag. But be outside fighting in case. And you got Puff, who actually came up to New York to turn himself in to fight it and all of that. Like, you know, it's a lot, man. It's a lot.
No, but if he outside,
and what I want to know is, man, yo, there's a lot more to come. I want to know how they're gonna prove that it wasn't consensual.
that's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard as fuck. Really, it is. Unless these girls sit here and lie, which I hope they don't do.
Man, there's 1,000 people lying right now, because if you think that I believe that Puff was out there raping all these motherfuckers, no, I don't.
I mean, you know.
No, I don't. And that's on the civil side. You see what I'm saying? He has 1,000 civil lawsuits, but he got these 3 federal charges that's going to dictate what happens to his life for real. You know what I mean? And then, you know, we preparing for the show. We getting everything together. I wake up, I see Lil Durk that got hit with federal charges. Yo, the U.S. Marshals scooped him up in Florida and then extraditing him to California to face charges. And the charges he faced stems from a situation where he allegedly ordered a hit on the dude that killed his man, and the dude, the hitter, the shooter, missed the dude, whatever his Quando Rondo is his name.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
The Quando Rondo, you know, it's a target. They miss him, hit his cousin. And the insane part of it all is the star witness is a right-hand man who's been wearing a wire for a couple of years.
Wow.
This dude is his man, yo. So much so that he did some jail time, came home to a crib, car, money in the pocket. All this time he wearing a wire. Man, yo. People got to realize that the game don't stop. You know? The game is going to be the game. The only thing that changes are the names. And the more that people tend to chase this bullshit, chase a fantasy of money, cars, and hoes, or sex, murder.
Can you hear me?
Fantasy, man.
Dude.
It's so much of a fantasy is that it's a dream, y'all. And there's people out here that's going to get a rep one way or another. And the more you shine, the more you a target one way or another. Either the streets are going to eat you alive, or they're going to come get you and make an example out of you. It's only two ways out of the game. Life, death. Life behind somebody's bars or underneath some dirt. I hope you choose wisely. This is Kareem Shon, International Reign Supreme Show. You can follow us online. Everything social media wise is Reign Supreme Show. Website is www.reignssupremeshow.com. And we out. Peace.